I'm Lotte. I'm coming from Sweden, and this is my episode 9 of my knitting and crochet channel. Welcome if you are new here. I'm glad that you found to my place, to my home, and welcome you who have been here before. I'm grateful for the new ones who have subscribed, and if you don't, you're welcome to do it. And please, I'm quite new still at this about what to do or not on YouTube to get more subscribers, but I've told that this with a thumbs up and of course subscribe makes us podcasters we be more seen around, so more can see us, that we exist. So if you like my episodes, you're welcome to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and also the bell, so you can see when I have a new episode. I'm listening if it was a car that came here. It wasn't. Many talk about what they made. The first episode after New Year, they talk about what they made before. I will not do that. I've shown a lot in my previous episodes, and the other stuff I have on my Instagram or on Ravelry. And I will also not make any are they called? Make 9 for this year. I some years ago I made one, but after a week, no. I have so much other ideas, and some in the family wanted something, and if I have to make something, I will not do it after a while. I can't stand it if it gets like a must. I'm strange, I know. But I have seen many here in Sweden, at least. They make this make 9, but they just write their designers or what kind of yarn they will use, or if they will try a new pattern. I mean, or some I can't find the word in English. Like I have, for example, I never tried this Tunisian crochet. I will try that at least. At least a square or so. If it's, I don't have a crochet needle, but I have Tunisian crochet. But I have the older ones that don't have this grip, so I will try to. At least perhaps that width I can have. I will try. So what am I making right now? One of my temperature blankets. It's a hard word to pronounce, I'm sorry. I talked about that last time, if you were here. Some of you are also doing it. So I am doing 2. I'm knitting one and crocheting one. Some of you had questions afterwards. I hadn't planned that in my last episode. I saw that same morning that I recorded. I saw one talking about it in YouTube, and I was so excited. I want to do that too. So I had it. I didn't have so much information for those who don't know, because I didn't know so much myself. But I read a lot about it now, and I also watched many YouTube episodes from many different persons what you can do. And it's, I mean, from the beginning, many, they just the start of memory blankets is just one row. If you make a blanket, just knit or crochet just one row and no patterns at all. But now you can make the most beautiful. They make like granny squares, but with sextagons. Do you say so? Yeah, not just squares. You can. I will show you what I can show. I am making this as a granny square blanket, the crocheted one. So you can see here, we haven't had that much change in the weather here. The light gray is -degrees in Celsius and the white is +degrees. And I had just one, if you can see it's a slightly different gray. That was slightly colder one day. But now it's +degrees again. So I'm waiting for colder weather so I can use more of the other colors before the spring will come. So every month I will make one square. And in the end, because the days are different every month, you know. So I will make 32 or 33 rows on every one. So I will have another color around every one, and that I also sew or crochet them together in the end. That's the crocheted one, and here is the one that I am knitting. Also different colors. I had one here with more warm some days ago. No, 2 days ago. 3 days ago. This is a pattern. I ripped it whole up and started from the beginning because in the pattern it starts immediately here, and that makes the whole thing roll up. So I made this I will put it up here. I can't remember that word. Just knit stitches, garter stitch in the beginning, so it will not roll up. So this is I will scroll and see. It's a free pattern. It's actually from a baby blanket, chevron baby blanket by Espace Tricot, but it's wider than that. I have about 200 stitches all over, so I have no idea how it will be in the end, but it will be warm and good. So that's one. So one pattern you can make, 2 patterns if you make, so you can make so many. One of my viewers, she said she are making the 10 stitch blanket, so she just makes 10 stitches every day. So that will not grow so much, but you can do anything. And you don't have to buy yarn if you have leftovers, for example, because you can make perhaps different. We see here, if I have some different blues, no. For example, if I had this one, this could be the one who are in the same temperature, as same degrees, so they can help each other. If I just had these colors and don't want to buy anymore, for example, I hope you understand. Or if you have different shades of yellow, that could be 1 degree. So you don't have to have this as 1 degree and this as another degree if you don't have many. I'm not sure if I should understand myself now, if I will listen to myself. I hope you understand me anyway. I had to check here if I so I don't miss anything. I talked about blanket last time, and I will talk about blankets this time also. I'm making. Sorry, I had to pick up some here. I'm making a baby blanket in here. We have a brand here in Sweden. The whole brand, the company is called Edna. And if you perhaps know about Järbo, is one of the brands they have. But this is Svarta fåret. It's the black sheep in English. But this is a thicker Aran, about Aran weight sock yarn that I got from them, and it's so soft. So this will be a baby blanket. If you see the pattern, this is a pattern by, it's called Mocha Ripple Afghan by TL Yarn Crafts, and she has a YouTube channel, but she also have a web page with free patterns, and she also have she show how to make this. Just follow her and make the pattern. Make after her, yeah. This is one blanket, so this number 3 of blankets for the moment. And we also have here in Sweden she is indie dyer. She is her name is Tant Kofta. It's Auntie Cardigan kind of, but she made some years ago a pattern called, Swedish now again, Runda filten. Rund is round, so the round blanket. It is a free pattern, but she wants us to donate. I will link that. It's Plan Sweden something. I mean, a pattern costs anyway, so but she didn't want to earn money from it, but she wants to donate it anyway. You start in the middle, and then you knit in a round, so you can make it as big as you want. Some make just a little bit more, and they felt it and have it so they just can sit on it outside. Or baby blankets for babies, of course, or something to just wrap yourself around yourself. So you can make, and this is just options. You don't have to make them, but you can make them as often you wish, or not. Oi. But it's a fun thing, a round blanket, isn't it? So that was the fourth for the moment, and I have more, but not here to show you. What? Oh, sorry, I had to drink some water again. If you follow me on Instagram, I made this about a week ago, because the Finnish knitting stories is, yes, Jana from Keto Knits also is her brand. She made this and put out on her Instagram as a free pattern, just to have your mug on. I made some for my husband also, but they are beside. He puts They are there, but he puts the cup there. There. I explained to him how to do it, but oh yeah. But it was so fun. I made 4 that evening. I made some more in different pastel colors for my daughter Amanda also. Quite fun to make actually, and I'm so happy for them. I have them by my what is it called in English? Do you say bed table? Bed? I have, because I always have a glass of water. So, and it, when it drips, it destroys the wood. Otherwise, yeah. Sorry that I will drink more of them. Yeah, I will show you also. I have begun to knit. This isn't much for the world. I have made 2 sleeves is for my son Hampus in a gorgeous green. It's called Gryten in Swedish. It's I guess Gryten is a place, but in the pattern it's I think it's broken rib, but I will just make it now in plain stockinette, and it's it will be with a zipper and longer back and up in the. I can show a photo of how it should look like, but I will not make it quite like that. I also what I'm wearing. This was my last test knit for Garnfrun Helene Olsson. She are making a series of cabled sweaters and cardigans, and she had plans for much. So this is the cardigan with 2-plied. I want this so much. I love it, and it's a more puffier sleeve, and it's cables both in the arms and the back, and here in the front. I love it. I want it so much, and it will come. It's not out yet, but in February it will come out. But she has a couple, perhaps 3. I'm not quite sure. Patterns already in different. Both thicker jumpers and cardigans, and thinner jumpers also, pullovers. You can check out her both in Instagram and Ravelry. She are making so much fabulous things. Since the last time, I also made at last finished a pullover for Lovisa, my daughter. You can see here. I actually forgot about it because I started it in March last year. I'm so ashamed. It's called Vardag. It's everyday, no, not everyday. Vardag, yeah, something like that. Vardag pullover by Kajsa Vuorela, a Swedish designer. And it should be in this. I forgot to tell about the cardigan I'm making for Hampus. It's in Järbo. It's a 3-plied wool, Swedish wool, really rough. But Lovisa is so sensitive, so I made this in Llama Soft. So it's like a baby llama. I guess it's so soft. So she had used it a lot since she got it, and I am ashamed that she had to wait so long. So now I actually have about this much left also on a no frills pullover for her. it's and another also, but almost forgot about that. But I will take one at a time, because for this year I will not take as much, or I will see what I will do about test knitting, because I haven't so much energy lately. For those who don't know, I have this chronic illness called MECFS, and it was a Swedish podcaster that she also has it. She made this very good explanation how to explain for others what I have. And it is much. I have much ache and so, but this with the you are so limited with energy, and she had this illustration with a bad battery for the phone. You're loading it over the whole night, but in the morning when you wake up, you have perhaps 1 to 2 to 3% just loaded in the battery. So you had to you have to use it. What's the word? It should be enough for the whole day, and how to do that? It's not easy. So I have been a more tired, or not so much. Doesn't have so much energy. Sorry. I made a Swedish episode just before that, so I don't have so much energy, and I'm thirsty again also. I'm sorry. I don't feel so serious. Do you say so? I'm mumbling. I'm looking again. I also made a crocheted bag for my daughter Amanda that she used a couple of weeks ago. She was in a weekend in Stockholm in a it's kind of a makeup. I can't find the word. She works with this. So sorry. I will put up a word here, a right word. Some episodes ago also I talked about that not everyone can use wool because they are allergic. So I made this shawl, now finished, for a person who are allergic. So this is just acrylic. So the body of the shawl is from the pattern Skymning by Sofia Capelle, and the edge here is from the shawl Language of Flowers. I will show you how they look. I actually have the original. So here is the Skymning shawl. It was Swedish. Sjal is in Swedish. I will show you them so you can see. The green here, I dyed it myself. This is from birch leaves, and here it's aronia berries that I made. But you can see it. So the edge here is smaller, and I wanted something bigger for this shawl that will be a gift. So the edging from that comes from this one. This is the whole Language of Flowers shawl that I made earlier last year as a test knit. It's Kalura Hudson's pattern, but you can see here the edging here is so beautiful. So I wanted that for that one also, but it takes time to make it. But it was interesting. I haven't knitted or made something in acrylic in a long time, but just to I got a question from my niece Renee. She asked, "Can you block it as when it's acrylic as you can with the wool?" I said, "I don't know, but I tried, and it blocked nicely like this, but after a while it shrunk together again. But I think it's looking good anyway, doesn't it?" It does. So I hope the person who will get it, well, I can say it here. I don't think she looks at the English one. It's for my daughter Lovisa's mother-in-law. She is, as I said, allergic to wool, sadly enough. We have here in Sweden also someone started among us podcasters here in Sweden. We are talking about a podcast blanket. So we have one. Her podcast is Kia's Bod, and she started this in January. And I will make 2, I think, because the plan was to have one podcaster, Swedish podcaster, making some kind of square that whoever wants can knit together. And if it should just be 12, it shouldn't be a very big blanket. So I will make at least 2 of each every month. So I will use just 2 colors. This one is a slightly different, you can see, but it's about in the same color range anyway, and gray. So I think this will be a lovely blanket in the end. Also a blanket, yes, true. So I will have many blankets in the end of this year. But it's good to keep, so we can keep us warm. It's good, and good gifts also. I think actually, I didn't talk about that in the beginning. I always have a Q&A for with the designers that I have test knitted for, but I don't have one for this time because I've sent out to at least 4 or 5, and they said, some said no, not for the moment, and the others said yes, they want to, but I haven't got any answers yet. And a couple I reminded them, "Do you want to?" Yes, they said, but I haven't got any more response, so I don't dare to ask again. So for this time, you don't have. You are. I can't find the word again. It will not be any. But I at least had some test knitted thing to show you, at least. I think I don't have any more to talk about for the moment. And as usual, but I think extra now, I will say thank you for your patience. I feel that my English, just to talk overall, was not that good this time. But if you like, as I said in the beginning, if you don't, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. So people, perhaps I didn't talk about it. Was it perhaps in the Swedish episode? Or if I did, this will be a reminder, perhaps. Because I'm not that sure yet how to reach out, but some other podcasters said also, when you have this thumbs up and you subscribe, you will be seen among more people. That I will be seen out there. So if you like my episodes, you are welcome to make a thumbs up and subscribe, of course. Thank you again for your patience with me. Thank you for visiting my home. I'm happy for your company, and we'll see each other about in a month. I have no idea what we will talk about then. More blankets, perhaps. See how much I made for my kids, and if it's getting warmer or outside February. The winter isn't over yet. We can have winter actually in April. Sometimes we have snow even in May. But I hope we'll not have it in May, at least. Then we will have this warmer. I don't know the English word. We call it in Swedish försommar. It's like before summer, and it's a lovely time when the trees are, the leaves are popping out and the flowers are coming, and you can cut the grass for the first time, and everything smells wonderful, and the birds are singing, and the spring is here. I'll just continue to talk. I'm sorry. Have a nice time until we see each other the next time. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.